Hey everybody, welcome back to the top 10, and today we'll be doing top 15. Why? Because, well, 15 years ago we hit the year 2000. Right now we're in 2015, and if you haven't noticed, I recently just hit 2,000 subscribers, so I want to go back 15 years ago when I was only 8 years old, give or take, and tell you what my favorite games in the year 2000 was. Now, there's one exception to one of the games on my list. This game came out in Japan in the year 2000, but I actually did play the Japanese version of this game first, so it technically, I did play it in the year 2000. When I get to that game, I'll tell you how and why. So, it's not going to be top 14, but top 15 video games in the year 2000. That's just one of my favorite years, and of course, if you feel like you neglect to any of these entries, please tell me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions and thoughts and feelings on it, but let's get started. Number 15, Space Channel 5. Now, Space Channel 5 is a game I actually already Let's Played, so you can go check that out in case you are curious about it. But Space Channel 5 is a rhythm game. Now, I wasn't into really any rhythm games just yet, but it kind of got me into it. I mean, it was kind of like weird and quirky in a way, but it was very hard, for sure. It was hard, but as a kid, I didn't care. I just liked to listen to the music. And, well, knowing what it represented to me later on, growing up, it means a little bit more to me than I thought it would be. So that's why it's on top, number 15 entry for the top 15. Also, this game came out in June 4th, 2000 in the USA. Or North America, I should say. Alright, so number 14 is Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross is actually, I never owned it back then, but I did play it at my friend's Giovanni's house. He somehow got Chrono Cross, which back then I wasn't really into any RPGs besides just playing Pokemon and Legend of Dragoon. If you're, mostly Pokemon for sure, but still. And I wasn't into really any RPGs till, like, I was just watching him play Chrono Cross, and I did play myself a little bit, even though I didn't understand what was going on. It was a very interesting game mechanic, and I had no idea that it's a sequel to, one of the best RPG games of all time, Chrono Trigger. But just playing it alone, and, I think it was one of the first couple games I even realized that there's 2 discs for PlayStations. Like, what? Also, by the way, I should say, Space Channel 5 was also for the Sega Dreamcast. So, Sega Dreamcast and Chrono Cross was for the PlayStation 1. So, Chrono Cross came out in August 15th of 2000. So, I feel like, in North America. All these entries are North American except for one, like I said. And I was just kind of surprised that this game had more than 2 discs. I was really surprised. I was like, wow. Because to me, that was like almost unheard of. Now, I know I had Legend of Dragoon, but it just surprised me. Another game had more than 2 discs. I was like, what? There's more than this abstrosity? But in my opinion, I just thought that was cool and amazing. So, anyways, number 13, Mega Man Legends 2. Now, Mega Man Legends 2, I've actually never played back then. I played it more recently. But I did know about Mega Man Legends a lot. That Mega Man 64 was one of my favorite games to play at my cousin's house, Josh, which you might know him as Exceeding Wolf on my earlier videos, way earlier. Like extremely early. Go check out my Zelda Twilight Princess Let's Play, Boss Battle Run, especially that one. And Mega Man Legends 2, I never heard of it because I guess it's a rare game or something now, and I finally played it a little bit, and I didn't play it at my house. I played it at one of my friend's house, and that game was like, wow, it's pretty good compared to Mega Man Legends 1. And I gotta admit, thank you for Alpha Omega Sin for even recommending me that, because it's actually pretty good. This game came out on October 24th of 2000 in North America. Alright, so, number 12. Shenmue. Now, Shenmue. This one's a little side story. I actually played this one, I believe, at a Kmart or a Shopko. Believe it or not, they had like a demo display to play Shenmue. No idea what the fuck Shenmue was, but I played it and it was just interesting. Like, I was expecting like Sonic Adventure and shit because it was Dreamcast and stuff, and it was just totally different what I was expecting. And I don't think I appreciated it much as a kid, but appreciating it now for sure. Older, it's just an amazing game, and I'm glad that Shenmue 3 finally got announced. But it was mind blowing for the time of how great it looked and such, and how realistic it could be. But I didn't care for all that stuff as a kid. I just wanted to play Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. But anyways, this game came out November 8th, 2000 in North America. So, number 11, Crash Bash. Believe it or not, I actually got this one for a Christmas gift for that exact year. I remember distinctly getting that game and then Digimon toy, which was Drillmon or Digmon? Digmon, the season 2. And I remember just this little like thing. My mom, or I think it for sure had to be my mom. I can't really think my dad. If it was my dad, my bad. My mom told me that, like, wow, look at this disc. It's actually colored compared to like all the other PlayStation 1 discs. Because all the other PlayStation 1 discs are like, they're just like see-through, but you can see the outlines of the characters and such to see what it is and all that. That's great, but I think that was the first game my mom noticed, and even myself noticed, because I wasn't even paying attention to that. I just wanted to play the game, that it was a colored disc. I'm not sure how often or how rare or anything was for colored disc back in the early 1990s. Well, or not early, late 1990s, because that game did come out in 2000. Nor did I know of the early 2000s. So that game came out in November 6, 2000 in North America. Oh, by the way, I still own my copy of Crash Bash, the exact same copy I got for my for a Christmas gift 15 years ago. So that actually kind of surprises me. Or shouldn't be, but still, really means a lot to me. The next one is another Sega Dreamcast game. Oh, and by the way, Crash Bash for the PlayStation 1, if I didn't mention that already. Skies of Arcadia. Sorry for the little stutter. Skies of Arcadia. I didn't really know it existed until Skies of Arcadia Legends. But what made me get interested in Skies of Arcadia is that it was freaking pirate ships in the sky. And like I said, I didn't know anything about RPGs except for Pokemon. And this is one of those straight up, like, how did this one get past my radar? I mean, I own it now for the Dreamcast. But it, like, I played it, it's fun. It is a little challenging, but it's fun. And I think I could actually have a lot of fun with this as a kid. But of course, just me. I was like, Sonic Adventure all the way. But, you know, I don't know. I was thinking about it to this day. It kind of disappoints me. Plus, I got Skies of Arcadia, like, basically a year ago. A year or less ago, honestly. So, Skies of Arcadia came out in the date, November 13th, 2000. Only, like, what? 9 days? Is it 9 days? Like 7 days or something after Crash Bash. And, let's see, like 5 days after, Shenmue, which Crash Bash came out before, 2 days before Shenmue. So, a lot of these games, I'm just going to say right now, before we get to the next entry, which is number 9, but, a lot of these games came out basically late in the year 2000. There's only about 2 or 3 games in the early 2000, and then like 3 or 4 games in the mid 2000. So, anyways, number 9, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age Heroes. So, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, this is a game you could have not played. I mean, even I did not have the ability to not play it. I didn't own it, but I played it, either in the arcades or on the Sega Dreamcast. Now, the version I'm talking about that I played back then in the year 2000 was the arcade version. Regardless, everyone played the arcade version of it. If not, and you got a Dreamcast, then yeah, you played it on the Dreamcast. But later on down the line, I did get it for the Dreamcast way long ago. Like, way later into the future of it. And, I think it was like 3 years ago I got it for the Dreamcast. And I gotta say, it's fun, but challenging if you don't know what you're doing. And you have to put a lot of dedication and just skill into it, in my opinion. I'm still not sure which characters are the best, in my opinion, of the game. I always played like as if Spider-Man, Mega Man, and just like whoever else I actually know, or something like that. That's realistically how I always played it. Were they the best characters? Probably not. But it was the characters I chose because I knew them. So, yeah, number 9, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out June 29th of 2000 in North America. Alright, so number 8, Spyro Year of the Dragon. So, this game, I knew about Ripto's Rage and Year of the Dragon, but I never really cared because I think I was hooked up on the PlayStation as much as of playing Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. Even some Digimon, not gonna lie, and other classic PlayStation 1 games. But when it comes to Spyro Year of the Dragon, I never really played it at home. I played it at a Kmart as a demo. It might not even been a demo. It might have been the actual game just as a playable, unit at the store. And I liked it for what I was playing of it. The only thing that was different to me was like giving my what are they called? Like my money, my jewels, whatever, or gems away to do stuff. That was like the one weird thing for me, because I just totally skipped Ripto's Rage, and it was just like bizarre. Like of me even like purchasing. What did I do? What did I do? It's like, what is this movie, Dragons? And all that. I didn't know what the freak Year of the Dragon was, and I think the year 2000 was actually the Year of the Dragon for the Chinese Zodiac. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments below. But if I'm right, that's actually pretty amazing, because I remember also watching Jackie Chan Adventures. If you remember that show, it's a pretty good show. I recommend you all watch it. It's on Netflix or something right now. I don't know. I just remember watching that show. It was just so amazing and great. And I remember they said, like, as a commercial or something for Kids WB, if you remember that too, that they said that year or a year of it was like Year of the Dragon. And ever since like a brand new year, I always expected this Chinese like commercial from Jackie Chan Adventures telling me this year is Year of the Horse or Chicken or Lamb or something. I don't know. And I feel like one of them were Year of the Dragon. I just don't remember what year. It could actually honestly be 2000, but I don't know. Anyways, that game came out October 25th of 2000 in the North America. Let's say USA. Alright, number 7. Pokemon Stadium. Now, for us, it's the original Pokemon Stadium, but for Japan, it's actually considered Pokemon Stadium 2. So, the original Pokemon Stadium in Japan, I guess, was so bad that they had to actually make a sequel as soon as possible. I don't actually remember the reason, but it was something like that. So they made the sequel for Pokemon Stadium, for them, it's number 2. But for us, it's the first Pokemon Stadium, not sending over the first one because it was just so bad. So the first Pokemon Stadium for us was the second one for Japan. And then the sequel, I think 2 years later, or a year later, don't exactly remember or how long ago, was our Pokemon Stadium 2 was their Pokemon Stadium 3. But they called it Pokemon Stadium Gold and Silver, I believe. So, anyways, back to what I was talking about. So Pokemon Stadium. This one, I remember playing at a Walmart. Regardless, I remember playing this one at a Walmart. I think my first time I saw anyone playing this at a Walmart, I just remember exactly the exact Pokemon he was using. He was using here the computer play. I can't actually remember. Sorry, was using a Mr. Mime, and the other person, computer play, whatever, was using a Raichu. And this was probably one of the first good examples of me being wrong, of like, oh, Raichu's gonna win because I know him better than Mr. Mime. And I was wrong. Mr. Mime killed Raichu. I think he used like Psychic or something. I do not remember exactly, but I remember it was just like this kid playing the game and his mom was telling him to go, but he's like, you gotta wait a second or something like that. And the mom waited because he was trying to finish up his match. I don't remember if he won or not, but it looks so interesting. I don't even remember myself really playing it other than that little flashback. I know I played it. I know I remember playing a Pokemon Stadium game at Toys R Us, but I don't know if it was 1 or 2. But I do remember playing as picking a Pokemon Jolteon, and I think I was trying to use like lightning attack on Zapdos or some shit like that. And then I think they switched out and it went to Blastoise, and I was trying to figure out how to do Thunderbolt or Lightning or Thunder or something like that. And I just kept pressing every button, assuming that it's just gonna keep doing Thunderbolt, and I never did. I kept doing Sand Attack. I was like, why are they doing Sand Attack all the time? And basically, I just kept going until basically the same scenario. My mom was calling me to go home and stuff. I was like, okay, hold on, I gotta finish this match. And I don't know how long it took for me. Like, maybe not as long as I think I might have been, but it took a little while, like a little bit, until I actually did Thunderbolt on the Blastoise, and I won. I was like so proud of myself and stuff. But then realizing it later on, actually owning the game and stuff, I felt so stupid. All you had to do was just press attack and then look at your freaking move set, and then it's just the whatever button size, like it's left, right, up, down, or something like that, and then that's your attack. I felt so dumb. So anyways, Pokemon Stadium is basically a simulator battle kind of match, because you don't actually train up your Pokemon or anything like that, or even level them up, but it is actually pretty fun, and I recommend a lot of you to try out Pokemon Stadium for Nintendo 64, which came out in February 29th of 2000 in North America. The next one is number 6, Banjo-Tooie. So Banjo-Tooie is the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, and I actually never really owned Banjo-Tooie until years later. I owned Kazooie, just not Tooie. And Banjo-Tooie, I actually remember buying that one at a Play and Trade. The same day as I bought Dexter's Laboratory for the PlayStation 1, but I can't remember the other game, because it was a buy 2 get 1 free, and I do not remember to the lights of me what was the other game. Oh wait, that's wrong. It was like Tiny Toon Adventures, Plucky's Big Adventure, something like that, for the PlayStation 1. So besides that, my cousin Josh, he had, Banjo-Tooie. He had Banjo-Tooie. It was like he had Mega Man Legends and or Mega Man 64, Ocarina of Time, and a couple other games. But Banjo-Tooie was the first time I actually experienced it at his house. I don't think he knew what he was doing. I think he didn't know what he was doing. And then I played it, and I played it like normally because I already played Banjo-Kazooie. Not beating him, but just played. And I already knew a bit of what I was doing, but he just finished the game himself long ago, I'm assuming. And it was just pretty fun. And all I can say is that a lot of people consider 2E better than Kazooie. Me personally, I have to play through both of them, so I don't really know. But anyways, November 19th of 2000, that game came out in North America. Alright, everybody, here we go. The top 5, the last 5 games. So, here we go. Number 5. Kirby 64 to Crystal Shards. Kirby 64. Okay. Alright, so this is my story on Kirby 64. I played the shit out of it. And then I didn't know as a kid that I had 100% the game because I didn't know what was 100%ing the game. I didn't understand that in my vocabulary. I was like, what is that? Like years later, now knowing what the fuck that is. I thought I beat the game when I beat the last boss and there was no more to do. I honestly thought. I didn't see credits or anything. I just assumed I beat the game. Kirby 64 to Crystal Shards is one of my favorite Kirby games of all time. Probably the best. Probably. I can't actually say that. I need to try out some of the other Kirby games too. But it's very, very close to being up there. Like, super close. Top 3. Like, honestly. I just can't tell you what the other 3 or 2 is because I don't know. But it's just up there. I played that game like crazy. I think all my friends had that game and it was just so addicting and crazy. It's like, oh my god, just new combos and stuff. And I didn't get all the Crystal Shards and stuff. I just kept playing the game. Until like years later I finally 100%ed the game. And I was just happy. I was like done with it. Not done with it, but just happy. I was just like, yeah, I did it and stuff like that, you know? But it was just like one of my favorite games of all time, and I just thought it was so cool that I could like have I don't know, a rock power up combined with electric, and it becomes a I don't know, some kind of whip with a ball attached to it, ball with chain or something like that with electric ball. I don't know. It was just so cool to me. Anyways, that game came out in June 26th of 2000 in North America. The next game, so like I said, these games are getting a little harder. Now, a lot of you might hate me for this, of why I'm putting it to number 4 and not like number 2 or 1 or even 3. But these are my opinions. Remember, my opinions. Yours can be different. Okay. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, I remember they just kept freaking promoting the shit out of that game. Like, honestly, it was like out of the roof. I knew about that game. I never bought it back then, though. My friend Emilio had a Nintendo 64, and he played it. I'm not sure if he bought it brand new, bought it used or anything, but he played it. And I watched him play it. I didn't know anything he was doing. I wasn't even into Zelda. I didn't even know about Ocarina of Time, honestly. But I just remember that there was this freaking big moon, like in Dragon Ball Z, and wrestling commercials, like, oh, why is Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy talking about this, and why is this so important, and why is there now a commercial about it, not including wrestling on it or anything like that. And the more I watched, I guess the commercials looked kind of scary to me, because I was just like, fuck, everything looked scary to me as a kid. Until we finally played it. It was pretty fun. I liked some of the music, of course, and I didn't know much of it other than it was a game called Majora's Mask, and it has to do something with masks. I didn't know anything about Legend of Zelda games or anything, even though I already had Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 64, which, like, I just straight up didn't know what the fuck that was, because I didn't really pay attention to the characters in Smash Bros. Until Melee. I was like, oh, these characters actually do have games. Like, I know who Pikachu and Mario is. Same with Donkey Kong and Yoshi. I'm just going to assume that all these characters come from their own video games too, which I should look up. Which, Zelda was like one of them, so. Anyways, the next entry... Oh, sorry, by the way. I don't know if I said it. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask came out on October 26th of 2000 in North America. The next one, I actually played this one like every day I went to this store. Number 3 is Jet Set Radio. Now, I know a lot of you will probably say this for a fact, that yes, Jet Set Radio is one of my favorite games of all time. I have Let's Played it. But, by the way, we'll just tell you every game so far I have. Well, actually, not yet. Jet Set Radio. I played this at my cousin's house. I played this at a Sam's Club. I played this at a Walmart. I played this at a Shopko, a Kmart. I became so good at it, I almost beat the game, I guess, when I was at one of those stores, because I stopped playing the game after a certain point, and I got back like an hour later because I was tired of playing the game, and I saw somebody actually beat the game that I left off. Like, credits and everything. I was like, oh my god. So, I was so close. And it shows, because I haven't played the game in a long time, but so much since that time, but it was so fun, and I still love that game to death, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. Now, I can't say about the same about the sequel, because I've never actually played it yet. I own it, but I haven't played it, surprisingly enough. So, yeah, that's number 3 for me. Also, it came out on October 30th of 2000 of North America, which was basically one day before Halloween. So, alright. So, remember that game I said that this list would have been top 14 instead for 15 except for that one Japanese release? Well, number 2 is a Japanese release game, which I'll tell you the story of how I played this game. So my friend, freaking, what was his name? Solomon. Really weird name, I know. We call him Cruz sometimes. Really, it was Solomon, but whatever. So Cruz, he had his cousin. That was like staying over for like, I don't know, winter time or something. I don't remember. And his cousin was super big into Japanese stuff. I was like, I don't fucking know what the fuck Japanese stuff is other than I love everything cartoonish and stuff like, or something like that. I don't know, video games. He rung over in a Nintendo 64. I was like, okay, it's a Nintendo 64, no problem. Looks like a North American Nintendo 64. Until I tried playing, I think it was like Banjo-Kazooie or something on his Nintendo 64 with an American cartridge, and I couldn't really fit it in. So I tried it vice versa with one of his games with Japan, which I didn't understand what it was, but I think it's Custom Robo or something. I don't know. And I couldn't fit it onto my 64, and I was asking, why can't I do this and that? So basically, the reason I can't put that stuff into his 64 is that his 64 is a Japanese Nintendo 64. Which, if you don't know, if you get Japanese Nintendo 64 games, it's actually pretty cheap. So he had a Nintendo 64 for Japanese, and one of the games was brand new, was still unboxed, not sealed, but just still unboxed. Paper Mario 64. I had no idea what it was. No idea. I think I saw one commercial or so back then. I think it was like Mario on a beach and he gets turned into a bigger airplane. So I don't know. And I never played it. I watched him play until way many years later. I finally got the chance to play it. I think in my junior high year, 9th grade, so freshman year. And I beat it during summer vacation. And I haven't played it since, but it was an amazing game, and I think a lot of you should try it out, trust me. And that game came out in Japan, I believe it was August something of 2000, sorry. But the North American release of that game was February 5th, 2001. So, alright. So, y'all probably wondering what is number 1. Now, I'm just gonna give you a recap. Okay. Number 15, Space Channel 5. Number 14, Chrono Cross. 13, Mega Man Legends 2. 12, Shenmue. 11, Crash Bash. Number 10, Skies of Arcadia. 9, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. 8, Spyro the Year of the Dragon. 7, Pokemon Stadium. 6, Banjo-Tooie. Number 5, Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. 4, Zelda Majora's Mask. 3, Jet Set Radio. 2, Paper Mario. And number 1, the reason I played this the most, and the reason why this is my number 1, because I played it the most in that year. And I love it, and I own the game like twice or 3 times now. Mario Party 2. What do I have to say about it? It came out in January 24th of 2000. Way early 2000. So of course I had a chance to play it. And I didn't know what Mario Party was. I skipped 1 and went to 2. And I think it might have been the best decision I ever did. And it was amazing. Now, when it comes to Mario Party games, I've recently just collected all the Mario Party games except for World Island or whatever like that's called on the 3DS. I do have it for digital, but I want it physically. In Mario Party 2, I just played the fuck out of it. I mean, I know everyone's favorite is Mario Party 2, or 3 or 5 or something like that, but I know that I love the Mario Party 2, and I just played the shit out of it. I didn't even know what I was fucking doing half the time. I played it so many times. I think I deleted the data at some point because I didn't know anything about games back then. And I'm so glad that I played Mario Party 2, and it's so fun. Please, everyone, go check out all the games on this list. All of them. Of course, if there's any games on the list you feel like shouldn't be on there, please tell me it's on the comment below. And all the games I have Let's Played on here that I have, if you want to check some of them out, or I'm continuing to Let's Play, a Space Channel 5, let's see, Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Jet Set Radio, and Mario Party 2. So, go check out those Let's Plays, if anything. But, yeah. So, tell me, what is your favorite, some of your favorite games from the year 2000? I'm actually kind of curious. I mean, I know I didn't put every game on the list, but those are just the ones that really resonated with me the most. But if anything, everyone, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I see you guys all for the next top 10 video, which I don't know what's going to be, but I'm hoping you enjoyed this one. So, one little last nitpick thing. A lot of the music, or maybe only one or couple songs, will be from the year 2000. So there'll be some songs in here, maybe remixed ones from that year to show my love of that year for year 2000. But once again, everybody, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys all for the next one. All right, deuce.
Chaos Control!